here on the desk with us to kind of talk to us a little bit more about what's happening outside of our office. And if y'all don't know, it's the construction.
It's the construction. If you live in Tyler, you know about it. And it's almost right up to our door now, Kylie. They closed off the sidewalk right on Ferguson Street, right in front of our front door. So it's a little tricky.
They have kind of blocked us in.
Just a little bit, so we're stuck.
But I'm excited because it means that we're on the next phase.
Yes, they are on the next phase. So we all know I guess it was almost a couple months ago now, they reopened that portion of College Street and Irwin as well to allow for more traffic in and out of downtown square. Well, right now, of course, they're working on that Ferguson area. That's expected to be open by mid-September. So a few weeks, of course, that's no weather delays, no just getting behind. But right now, they seem to be pretty much right on schedule for some construction. Some other things that they're working on. If you're just driving down the road, maybe you're just walking down the street in downtown Tyler, it might not look like much. But right in the middle of the square, they've already started working on that green space. They've dug out the trench to put in some plumbing and the foundation for that big slope that's going to go down there. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I have some video for you. And they're working on that. That entire green space is expected to be reopened, again I say expected, by December, early January. So you'll be able to come back downtown,
that's exciting,
access everything on the west side fully. So that's really, really exciting to get start thinking about. I'm already thinking about, it'll be cooler at that time of year. It's not going to be in the triple digits. So I can go out and have lunch out in the square. They're also starting to plan programming events. Visit Tyler, I talked to them this morning. Sometime this fall, they're going to open up an application for folks to start planning events, pitching events to the city, like some free yoga, concerts possibly returning back to the square, those little noon concerts, and just all kinds of fun stuff. So that's, of course, looking to the future. So I was able to speak with the Director of Engineering in the city of Tyler. He's going to talk us through what they're working on now, timelines, and what you can expect.
Take a listen.
Yeah, so you're starting to see a lot of we've been working underground, and a lot of that work is complete here on College and Ferguson, portion of the downtown improvement project, and you're starting to see a lot of sidewalk work going on. And so we'll be finishing up some work this week around the federal courthouse. You got some activity going on in College, and then they'll start moving down Ferguson and starting complete sidewalk there. So you're looking for a couple weeks. We are looking, as also at the same time, you've got the intersection work and roadway work going on Ferguson and College. And so we are looking to have that intersections and some of the sidewalks around that portion of the intersection open in early September. So the sidewalk portion, again, early September, so for some of that. And then hopefully the rest of the roadway work on Ferguson and College kind of mid-September. And then that portion of the sidewalks on the outside of the square and those roadway portions on Ferguson and College and Irwin will be open and finished. So as we finish up this phase, we'll be moving to do work as far as roadway on Broadway. So starting kind of near Locust and Broadway and moving south along this west side. So then you'll start seeing some sidewalk closures and roadway closures along Broadway Avenue. You will be able to see, as things open up on the west side of the square, that parking in front of Southside Bank, KLTV, will start to open up. It will be dead end like you have right now in front of the Plaza Tower, but you'll be able to have two-way traffic on the west side of the square and be able to move around from Bodark direction. Yeah. So you're seeing the benefits of it there along Irwin. You see the wider sidewalks in front of the Plaza Tower, and you see the pedestrian accessibility. You see moms and wheelchairs being able to get up and down because of the ramps. So really improving that pedestrian aspect in the downtown square. And also I think people are seeing the benefits of the two-way traffic. There's multiple ways to get in and out of downtown. You're not locked into that, and really giving people options from a mobility standpoint. Yeah, so you're going to have a bathroom, restrooms on the square, and facilities for that. So they're working on those foundations for that building structure, as well as that inclined area that'll be for seating. And so that plumbing underground is taking place right now, and those footings for the foundations. And then you'll also here very quickly start seeing them kind of work counterclockwise around that green space to put in the seat walls that will be part of that green space and community space for people to sit and congregate. It's an exciting project. We're happy to see a lot of the progress. You're seeing that come together with College and Ferguson being opening soon and in that September time frame. I think people will really start to be able to see what that vision is. And then as that community space comes along, they'll be able to see that. But that is kind of the first couple phases. We still got to move further east. We got the courthouse construction that the county's doing. They'll be doing community green space there as well. And then the city will be working on the roads along that. So more construction, more activity happening, but it's all part of the plan and bringing that together.
And obviously the next phase, it's really exciting.
Yes. But then we start getting to some things that aren't as exciting, but you need to know what's coming up next. Like he said, these things are expected to open up by September, that portion of Ferguson Street, that downtown green space area by December, early January. But heads up. Portions of Broadway between Locust and Ferguson Street are expected to close down as soon as they wrap up this portion of Ferguson Street. So if they get behind on this ballpark within the next 8 weeks on the schedule that they've been following, it's expected to start in September.
Yeah.
So just be on the heads up for that. Luckily, once this portion of Ferguson does reopen, there will be multiple ways to access the downtown area. If you've been able to come downtown, you know that if you go down College Street, it has that dead end at Ferguson. That's what it's going to look like. So you can enter from Bodark Avenue. You can go down all around the square. It'll just dead end once it hits Broadway. So there'll still be multiple ways to access downtown. Of course, they're not going to start working on the east side around the courthouse until this wraps up. So just be patient. This is still expected to be wrapped up by spring of 2028. And they're on track right now. But those are the things that are happening within the next couple months that you need to be on the lookout for.
Of course. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I know a lot of people too, as school gets back, everybody's going to want to come in, visit this new area and see what's
Yes.
going on with the construction. Just know it's going to take a lot of time.
Yes, and then once you do start wanting, that's not
Once you do
rude.
start coming back around.
Once you do start coming back around, I mean, there's the city parking garage, there's the county parking garage over here, both less than a block away from the square.
Yeah.
And there's parking going to be all around the square. There's over like 1,000 parking spots, is what I was told this morning, for people to come. So there's parking. You can come out, bring your family. Once it cools down, of course, have a little picnic on the square. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I
Very
am too.
excited. Yes.
All right,
So, yeah.
Emma,